Hi, welcome to Bar Cart Bookshelf, a video series about books and the drinks they inspire. My name is Elias, and today we're talking about A Fractured Infinity by Nathan Tavares. A Fractured Infinity brings both our science fiction fantasy romance month for December and our entire 2022 calendar of Bar Cart Bookshelf episodes to a close, and I am so delighted to finish out the year with this book because I thought it was really something very special. It is a multiversal gay romance where our main character, Hayes Figuereido, a Portuguese American documentarian and filmmaker, travels across a multiverse that lies within the palm of his hand to protect and save the man that he loves, a scientist, Yusuf Hassan. And it's just a really lovely book. The way that Hayes interacts with the world is through film and film as metaphor, and so we get this wonderful use of filmic language to explore this world in this multiverse, and we get these sorts of film tricks of leaping forward in time and pulling back using flashbacks and flash forwards and voiceovers and interjections in ways that not only convey this filmic sense, but also the plurality, the prismatism of a multiverse. And so it's a story that does a multiverse well. It's something that we've seen a couple of times this year, like with Cadwell Turnbull's excellent No Gods, No Monsters. And it's one that I really loved again here. The romance is fantastic. The real willingness and drive to do everything to protect the person you love is, I think, incredibly strong and moving. And so, of course, it was a book that we needed to cover here on Bar Cart Bookshelf. But before we get into our drink, I have a special surprise. It is the holidays. It is the end of the year. And so I thought it would be appropriate to close our year out with a giveaway. I had the great fortune to go and attend a reading for A Fractured Infinity up in Boston a couple of weeks ago, and so I purchased a signed copy of the book there, but I had already pre-ordered the book, and so now I have an extra copy, and I would love to send that to one of you viewers out there. So, for the next 3 weeks until January 10th, you can hit that like button, comment down below to enter the giveaway, and then we'll randomly select a winner, and you will receive a comment from me to send an email with your address and win this fantastic multiversal love story. So, enter down below. We've got a good 3 weeks to get through this sort of very busy time of year and into 2023, and then we'll get that book sent out to another lucky reader. So something to look forward to and something for us to all enjoy as we celebrate the end of the year and the beginning of a new promise and new bright year together. So without any further ado, why don't we turn to this week's drink? Today's drink is called the Envisioner. It is a margarita riff. One of the things that we see in the book is, the cocktail of the book is a classic margarita. But we like to do things a little bit differently here. And I was really struck by these blues and reds and purples of the cover. So we're going to have a little fun with that. And we're going to start not with our shaker tins, but with our glass. As I said, Hayes is Portuguese American here in this sort of near future sci-fi world. And so we're going to start with 1/2 ounce of port wine, a nice dessert wine, something rich and dark to remind us that it's still winter, even as we traverse the multiverse. And we're going to get that down at the bottom of our glass. Half an ounce there to be sort of our base. And now we'll turn to our cocktail proper. So, bar spoon, we've got the cream of coconut here. In this first chapter, in a distant corner of the multiverse, we see bananas that taste like coconuts and coconuts that taste like bananas. And so I had to get some of that cream of coconut that I love so well into our drink. We're going to get a bar spoon to start, but we're going to do 2 bar spoons because that adds up to about 1/4 ounce. And that's sort of where we want to be. Lovely. Get that down in there and leave your spoon in that small tin. Next, we'll get our main spirit. It is a margarita riff. Can't be a margarita without some tequila. I like the Lunazol tequila just because it's a nice, accessible, really pleasant, sort of affordable tequila, which is really what you want when you're making cocktails. We don't use our finest spirits in making cocktails because we create a gestalt, a whole that is greater than the sum of its parts. We'll get 1.5 ounces of the tequila in there. Next, to lighten it and brighten it up, we're going to get a full ounce of lime juice. Ooh, maybe just a scudge more, but that's okay. And get that down in there. And then finally, to sweeten things up and to add that bit of orangey blue that we like to have from time to time, we're going to get 1/2 ounce of blue curacao. Wonderful. And then we're going to give that a stir just to help that cream of coconut dissolve, because as you can see and as you know, it's a little bit thicker than some of our usual ingredients. We can set our spoon aside. Wonderful. And get our ice. Whoop. Little splash there. Wonderful. And then big tin on, shake it up, wake it up. There we go. Nice and frosty, nice and cooled down, and we're ready to finish that off. And so you see, I don't have a strainer. I like my margarita on the rocks, and so that's the way that I'm always going to be serving these sorts of margarita-style drinks. So we're just going to dump that down into our glass. So we get that bit of blue, and we get something that's sort of lovely reddish purple now. And so there you have it. This is the Envisioner, inspired by A Fractured Infinity by Nathan Tavares. The book is available now. I've got a link down below to snag a copy if you just can't wait for our giveaway. Be sure to enter our giveaway. Hit that like button, comment below. A winner will be contacted on January 10th. And yeah, try the drink. Let me know what you think. Have a happy holiday. Like, share, subscribe. Have a wonderful new year. We are on break next week. I will see you on January 3rd. So, until the new year, cheers.